I tell you? What was the second thing? There we go. Yes, you gotta know that you have choices in order to eliminate this crisis. Because if you don't know that you have choices, you have another problem. You have another problem. But here's what I want you to see. When I was growing up, my mama used to tell me that a hard head. Mama, you remember that, Mama? Yeah. A hard head makes a soft behind. See, Mama wasn't very intellectual, and Mama wasn't very intelligent. Mama didn't know all the big words that I know now, but Mama did know how to be common with me and tell me in so many words, you got a choice. And if you choose the wrong choice, then your behind is going to become soft because I'm going to put my belt on your behind and show you the next time the right choice that you ought to take. In other words, what are you saying, Everspain? If you realize that you have choices, then you must realize that every one of your choices has responsibility or it has repercussions for your choice. So if you choose to identify with God, then you get a choice to go to heaven. But if you choose to identify with the world, then your choice results in you going to hell. Well, I guess we don't preach those hellfire and brimstone messages no more, so I guess I gotta go get that message and take it back to the wood. Listen, I'm almost finished. Get out of your way. Listen, watch this. Watch this. And I'm taking my time because God blew my mind in this particular text because I've never seen this before when He began to show me this. He says, now, since you know that you have choices, I want you to understand something about these choices that you have. And I said, okay, God, I got it. They carry these consequences and they carry repercussions if I choose the wrong choice. But God says that I have chosen you. Now, if you don't believe me, go to Jeremiah. You can go to Jeremiah. Y'all remember Jeremiah? God told Jeremiah, before I even put you in your mother's womb, I knew who you was before I even put you there. And God says, watch this, Jamie. He says, you have a choice. I chose you before you went to your mother's womb. But watch what the text says. Moses, when he came of age, he refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. When you come to the point of understanding, regardless of the fact that God has chosen you, you have to choose God. I guess that went over your head. God has already chosen you. But when you come to age, you have to make the conscious decision to choose God. And Elder Spain cannot choose God for you. And matter of fact, Elder Spain is not going to be anywhere around on Judgment Day when you're standing before God for yourself. Elder Spain won't be there. I might be behind you, but I won't be there when you get judged. I don't know. Only you're going to be there. And God's going to say, well, you chose me. You lived a life for me. Come on up. Or He's going to say, you didn't choose me. Depart from me. I know you not. You worker of iniquity. Prepare for the devil and his fallen angels. The choice has repercussions. But I want to show you another thing very quickly. In the Bible, the scripture says, to them that receive Him, and also to them that believe Him, in Him, to them He gave the power to become what? He gave them the power to become sons of God. Now, God showed me this. It was real deep. He said, son, look in the scripture. The scripture says, sons of God. But it did not say anything about grandsons or grandchildren of God. In other words, what He told me is, you can't get into heaven riding off the choice that your mama or your daddy made. You can't get into heaven riding on the choice that your grandmother and your grandfather made. In other words, God don't have any grandchildren. Either you will believe Him and receive Him and become His son and His daughter, or you're going to reject Him him, then you know what's going to happen. Can I work with it like I feel it?
Come on with it.
God don't have any grandchildren. I'm getting ready to move. I got about 10 more minutes, so I'm going to let you go. Look, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Now, God told me also. He said, son, these choices, they're with you. And can't nobody ruin your life but you.
Yes, sir. Come on, sir.
The old saints used to say, I ain't going to let nobody turn me around. Now, they weren't too intellectual. They weren't educated. So they didn't know it like we know it, but they know to say, I ain't going to let nobody turn me around, because they knew that nobody could ruin their lives but them. The only person that can ruin your life is you. God could ruin it, but he won't ruin it. That's why he's giving you freedom of will. The devil could try to ruin it, but he can't ruin it, because you have to make the decision to listen to what the devil says and to do what the devil tells you to do. So he cannot ruin your life if you do not listen to what he tells you and obey it. So the only person that can ruin your life is you. So stop blaming everybody else for the choices that you made. It was your choice. You made the choice. Stop saying my mama did this, my daddy did this, pastor didn't teach me right, elder didn't preach right, they didn't break it down. No, it was your choice. The same scripture I have, you have. The same Bible I pick up, you can pick up. The same studying I do, you can do. The same opportunities I have, you have. I don't understand why the people of God get mad with other saints, because they choose to better themselves, choose to allow God to use them. I don't know what happened there, but I'll tell you this. One of the things that I've also found out, and I got one more point I'm going, is that I am not, because it's my choice, going to allow anybody to dictate what I do. You hear me, Sister Jerry Hess? Because watch this, I want to show you something. If you allow people to dictate what you're going to do, you will never be yourself. And people will clutter your life with the things that they want to get done through you. Y'all ain't gonna help me, watch this. And when people clutter your life, mother, when your life is cluttered, you can't hear from God. When your life is cluttered, you can't see God. When your life is cluttered, you can't feel God. When your life is cluttered, you can't even think for yourself. And the person who has put all these things on you are walking around free, because they're free because you're doing what they want you to do. But now you have no time for God because your mind is so cluttered with whatever everyone else wants to do. But I made the choice that I'm not going to let you dictate to me what I'm going to do. And you know what? You're not going to use the Bible to bash me over the head, to make me feel guilty, because I know the Bible for my sin. Uh-oh. I don't know if y'all don't want me to preach anymore. Now, I'm not telling you to be blatantly disrespectful. I'm not telling you to just willfully disobey, because we do support our brothers and sisters. But I'm simply saying that I have a choice. And if what you want me to do is going to clutter my life and make me have no room for God, then I choose God so that I can identify with what I need to be identified with, which is God. And what you want me to do is on the back burner. However, if there comes a time when I have a little bit of time to do what you want me to do, then I'll help you out. But I have the choice. And you got to choose, because the enemy will put so many things in your path to clutter your mind, to clutter your life, so that you miss God. It is a tactic from the enemy. And let me break it down. Y'all probably not going to listen to me anymore. But sometimes your brothers and sisters do this and not even